Hi, it's Bree here with another yoga class, something a little bit different for you today. So if you're sitting there on your phone, just curiously checking in with our class, if you're sitting anywhere in any space, you can actually join in from the comfort of a seated position today. So I've thought about a yoga class that we can do from our desk. So if you're working from home, if you're still in the office, no matter where you're working from, no matter what sort of chair you have, this class is accessible to you, and it's something that you can do periodically throughout your day to hopefully alleviate any kind of tension or stress that starts to build up, particularly if we are in a seated position for a long time. It's not very complimentary to our body. So this is something you can do while you're still working, while you're still productive, and hopefully help alleviate any muscle soreness that you get throughout the day in the office. So let's begin. Just going to come into the end of our seat. So if you're in an office chair, if you're on a chair like mine, if you've got armrests, you can still hopefully sit in this position. So we're just going to push our hips to the very edge of the seat. And what that's going to do is just allow the pelvis to tilt slightly forward. So not just like a forward position. So just take a couple of moments to settle into that position. And then just taking a really big breath in, we're going to lift right up through the chest, really right up high through the spine. So we've got a really long back. And then just bring your hands down where it's comfortable. So either on your thighs, on your knees, wherever it suits you. And just again, focusing on lifting upwards. So we talk a lot about sitting up straight, but rather than focusing on straightening your back into one straight line, let's just focus on lengthening and thinking about sitting tall. So rather than up, just have that sense of height in a natural, neutral spinal position. And then closing down your eyes. And as always, we become aware of our breath, no matter where we are practicing our yoga. Breath is the first kind of point of call, I suppose. So just taking a nice long breath in through your nose. Slow breath out. As you breathe in, notice the chest starts to lift. And as you breathe out, just bring the awareness down through your back body, so long and down through your back. You might even like to breathe in and start to lift the shoulders up. And as you breathe out, roll them back and down behind you. You can repeat that a couple of times, just lifting the shoulders up and back. One more big breath in, big breath out. And as you start to open your eyes, just keep that awareness of your breath. So your eyes flutter open. Alright, let's just start to add the arms in. So as you're shifting forward, again focusing on height, on length, and taking a big breath in, taking the arms back behind you, right up over your head. And as you breathe out, just bring the hands down through heart center and allow the shoulders to come down too. Let's do two more really big circles. You can keep your eyes open or you can close them down again and just use my voice as a guide. Hands coming down through the midline. Really keep following your breath. Let it kind of move with you. So yoga is all about that fusion of breath and movement. We're going to take our hands up one more time. Big breath in. And just taking hold of one wrist, doesn't matter which one. And just very gently start to tip to the side. So just creating some space between each rib down that side as being lengthened out. Breathe in, coming back up to center and coming across to the other side. And just noticing now, checking in with your back and noticing whether one side might be tighter than the other. Just coming into an awareness of your body. Coming back up to center on the in-breath, and this time just dropping one arm down behind you, taking hold of the elbow and just relaxing the shoulders down and back. And once again, just reset your posture. So if you found yourself starting to lean forward or just sort of collapse through the mid-back. Just bring some height back up, relax the shoulders down. Depending on how much space you have, you can always wrap the other arm behind, just join the hands together. This isn't my best side, so I think I might come back here. We do have a good side and a bad side, I think. Big breath in, big breath out. Try not to pull on your neck here, just everything relaxed and soft. I'm taking one more breath. Just reach both hands up over your head and let them fall wide to come down nice and slow. Any kind of shoulder stretch or hold that you do, just come out of it nice and easy. Use your breath. Give the shoulders a bit of a roll, a bit of a shake. Just come to the other side, so breathing in, lifting up. And this time bending the other elbow, hand on top. And here, if you'd like to wrap the arm around, just think about lacing the fingers together. So you kind of look like that. It doesn't matter if you can't reach. I can't reach on one side. Breathing in, lifting up the chest. Wherever you are, breathing out and softening into the stretch. Try not to hold too much tension here. Very gently drawing the belly in, just to support the lower back. One more big breath in, releasing the arms, reaching right up overhead. Exhale till the shoulders come down. Just coming into the neck here, so we just sort of released the upper shoulders and the triceps. Just bring your hands back onto your thighs. And just let the head start to tuck forward. Still focusing on keeping length in the spine and staying nice and upright. Head comes down. Drawing some very gentle circles one way. Now take this really slow. And as you lift your head up, just feel the stretch down the side of the neck, back of the neck. And as you roll forward. And see if you can incorporate your breath into this movement, breathing in, breathing out. And then when you've done a few circles, you can go back the other way. Everything we're doing at the moment, it's great just to do it maybe 10-15 minute intervals as you're sitting at your desk. Just making sure your feet are firmly planted on the ground, your knees are hip distance apart. A nice solid base to work from. And finishing off that circle, bringing the head upright. If you had your eyes closed, keep them there or allow them to open. One more little stretch for the neck is again staying nice and upright and just tucking the chin to the chest. So most of the time when we're upright, we want the chin to be nice and parallel with the floor. So just let it fall towards the chest, shoulders are relaxed down and back behind you. And you probably feel this down through the upper back, maybe even down to the lower back, depending on any tension that might be hanging around in the back. And as you breathe in, very slowly bring the head right back up. Ooh, let's bring some awareness now to our hips. So just picking up one leg, doesn't matter which one, and just placing your ankle across your knee. Now you can use your hands to help you here, and just make sure that grounded leg, the knee is underneath, the ankle is underneath the knee, that's what I was trying to say. So you're nice and square, and then just flexing the toes of that leg on top. And depending on how much space you have, you can stay upright here, and this might be enough. And maybe just focus on pushing that knee with the muscles down towards the floor, so sort of downward pressure, just opening up the hip here, maybe opening up down the thigh as well, and just holding gently, placing your hands where it's comfortable for you. If you have a little bit of extra space, you can just start to tip forward, so you might need to push the hips back on the chair a little, and just start to make your way forward. Let your arms hang, just Try not to round too much with the back, so if you're kind of ending up like me where you sort of feel like you're reaching, you might want to come back up again and just sort of hang out in that upright position. And if you do still have lots of extra space in those hips, you might like to just draw the leg up towards your chest, but again, staying nice and upright. So you can play around with this position to see what kind of fits your body, your shape. Just makes everything feel okay. You've probably landed in your stretch now, so just hang out for a few breaths. If you are feeling a little bit rushed through this sequence, come back to it later and slow it all down. Just taking one more big breath in. As you breathe out, just slowly releasing the leg. You might like to draw it up towards your chest a little bit, give it a bit of a roll, a bit of a shake. And just readjust. And come on over to the other side when you're ready. So just flexing, relaxing. And deciding what works for you. So if you are going to tip forward, just taking a big breath in. And as you breathe out, just slowly start to come down. And you might even find with a rounded back, it feels okay. For me, this feels a little bit challenging, but not enough that I feel like I have to lift back up. So you might even just want to keep the head up, and the chest just kind of leads the stretch. And you can just hang. And as I said before, if you want to grab the foot and draw it into the chest, feel free to do that too. I can stay here for a breath. One more big breath in. As you breathe out, just releasing the foot down. Just come back a little bit on your chair. And just a nice counter pose. Just sort of that deep hip stretch. It's just taking the feet just slightly wider. Taking a big breath in, lifting the hands up over your head. Coming into a seated forward fold. So just very gently ease your way down. Laying the belly down on the thighs. And then just letting your arms reach towards the floor. Head and shoulders hanging heavy. You might like to explore this forward fold, even just rocking side to side, just like you would do if you're standing up. And maybe even taking a ragdoll pose with the arms. If you find this is putting a lot of pressure on the lower back, you can bring your hands to your ankles and just kind of bring the body up a little bit more. And even if that's too much, just resting the forearms on the thighs and just any kind of length that you can create, any kind of rounding through the spine is good. And as you feel ready, you can even start to deepen the forward fold. This is a beautiful one. You can hang out here as long as you want. You might even like to just gently press the head forward a little bit more. Feel free to stay for a few extra breaths. If you're ready like me, just very slowly rolling yourself back up. Go one vertebrae at a time, kind of. So you reach the top. Head comes up last. No head rush today. Keep the shoulders a roll. Now depending on where you are, you can stand up and walk behind your chair. So because my space is a little bit limited, I'm just going to come onto my feet and turn the chair myself. Just on your chair, if you're maybe going for a couch or even sort of the edge of a bed or something like that, you can even come to the wall for this one. So feel free to reach over to the nearest wall. We're just going to walk our feet back and just come into like a standing, well, a chair, downward facing dog. So looking to push the hips back, feet can be a little bit wider than the hips, but I kind of prefer hip distance apart. And then just really long in the spine. So you might want to start upright again, just reset that long posture, arms are long. And again, if you're on the wall, you'll have your hands on the wall. And then using your breath, so taking a really deep breath in. And as you breathe out, just chest comes forward, knees have that micro bend. So not locking out the joints here, elbows and knees. And then really, it depends on the space that you have in your body as to where you take this stretch. And I find I'm super comfortable with my head sort of hanging down, but if you're not, just keep the ears in line with the arms. And then it's all about the breath. This is a really great everything shoulder release. Stretch the back, definitely down to the legs. So if you are at the wall, just gently press the hands into the wall, just pushing the hips back. Something that you can do even in the kitchen if you're cooking and need that little bit of back release. Get on the bench, hands on the bench. Very, very versatile stretch, this one. Stay for as many breaths as you like. If you're coming with me, taking a deep breath in. And then you might even like to just reverse the stretch. So maybe just come up onto the toes, roll the shoulders back, and just gently push the hips forward. If you're feeling a little bit unstable with the chair, this is one that you can kind of step into a little bit and just drawing the shoulders back. And if you're using the wall, this is a great one to really press into the wall and coming into that sort of upward facing dog kind of place. And then even alternating between those two, stretching back and stretching up, it's quite nice as well. Another thing you can do while you're standing up is just coming into a quad stretch. So just pushing the hips forward. And again, another nice counter pose this one is for those downward facing dogs and even the pigeon where you're kind of pushing forward. This is going to open up the hip flexor, open up through the front of the body. Shoulders are back and down. And then coming into the other side. It's good when you've got a chair or a wall for balance. Normally for a group fitness class, it's kind of just find your balance. And each stretch can be held for as long as you want. Minimum 20 seconds. Longer, the better. As always, if you have more time, revisit, come back, do it again. I hope everybody that is holding their phones at the moment is joining in. It's a perfect opportunity, no matter where you are. Gently releasing. And again, walking back around the front of your chair. If you like me, kind of moving your chair to suit the room. Kids are home from school, you've got to find a space. Come and sit back down. Just bring your hands to your thighs and you can come to the edge of the chair or maybe just sort of sit back a little bit more now just because we're coming towards the end of our practice. So we'll be a little bit more relaxed. So you can just sort of push back. Still upright, but maybe not quite so intense in our upward position. And then just roll on the shoulders. And you can do a bit of a cat-cow pose here. So you can draw the chest forward and roll the shoulders back. And then you can round through the shoulders, push the hands forward onto the knees. And just do this a couple of times just to reset the body back into a nice, easy position. Winding back down. Breathing in and breathing out. breathe in, just come back to that neutral spine, keeping the hands on the thighs. And if you do have a little bit more time up your sleeve, find a seated or a chair shavasana. So even if you'd like to come to the back of the seat, just so that you can relax a little bit more, maybe lean back into the back of the chair. Again, just focusing on upright, but not intense upright. And then just staying with your breath for as many minutes as you can spare. Come in that sort of little meditative state and enjoy some quiet space between tasks, before or after your lunch break maybe. But if you do have to get back to work, back nice and tall. Allow your feet to never reach the floor. Taking 3 deep breaths in. Breathing in, hands up overhead. Breathing out, hands come down through center. 2 more times. And one final deep breath in. Hands coming to heart center, keeping the eyes closed, thumbs touching the chest ever so slightly. And take a moment now to acknowledge your practice. Acknowledge how the body feels. Hopefully you've created a little bit of space, a little less tension, a little less stress. You can have a productive rest of your day. Just put your thumbs to the space between your brows. And namaste.